name's June and I'm the Storytime lady, and today we're going to read a story called Dandelion. Now, as most of you know, dandelions, they're not weeds, they're little wild flowers, and they grow along the hedgerows, they grow in the fields, and they grow in people's gardens as well. And they're always a beautiful golden bright colour. Well, Dandelion, the little boy with his bright golden hair, is now of age to be able to start school. He goes to the school his first morning, and the teacher, Miss Gardner, comes up to introduce him to the other children. She said, "We have a new boy in the class. He's called Dandelion. Please make him feel very welcome, because we're very pleased to have him start today." Everyone wanted to be Dandelion's new friend. He looked so different with his bright golden hair, and he always had a smile on his face. And one of the little boys said, "Can Dandelion come and sit next to me? I really would like that." And Mrs. Gardner said, "Thank you very much. I'm sure Dandelion will be very happy to sit with you." Basil was the name of the boy, and he said, "Can he sit on our table? We're painting flower pictures." Dandelion thought that sounded lovely. He liked doing painting. Before long, Dandelion was enjoying himself as much as he could. He loved splashing the paints, but unfortunately, the paints were going all over the table, all over the drawings of the other children. And he accidentally knocked the jug of water over. Oh dear. Mrs. Garner came over and she mopped it up quickly, and the little girl laughed, and everyone else got the giggles. At lunchtime, Dandelion sat at the table with his new friends. They all got their lunch boxes out. "Oh," Rosie said, "not again. Cheese sandwich. Mum knows I don't like having cheese sandwich all the time." "Well, my mum," said Tulip, "knows I don't like tuna fish, but I got tuna fish sandwich again." "Oh dear, boring," puffed Minty, and he was wrapping up his egg mayonnaise sandwich. "I'm so tired of egg mayonnaise," he said. And they all looked to Dandelion at his little red lunchbox to see what he had for lunch. "My own special recipe," he beamed and smiled as he opened his lunchbox. "I've got chocolate spread, I've got jelly worms, and I've got candy floss in my lunchbox." Well, the other children looked and thought, "Oh, I wish I had Dandelion's lunchbox. It sounds more delicious than mine." With Dandelion in the class, the days went past very quickly, and he loved playing in the playground. They did have a game of a ring of roses, and he really liked that. But one day, Dandelion brought his pet mouse into school in a little box, and unfortunately the little mouse got out. And one little girl saw the mouse, and she was frightened, only a tiny mouse, and she jumped on a chair until Dandelion was able to catch him and put him back in the box. Miss Gardner said, "When you come to school, Dandelion, it's really important that you wear the right clothes. And I'm really sorry, but a pirate hat is not the thing to wear to school." Often Miss Gardner had to say, "I'm sorry, but Dandelion, you can't wear this and you can't bring this. You're at school to learn lessons." And he said, "Okay, I don't mind." One terrible Wednesday, Dandelion's latest adventure landed him and the other children in a bit of trouble. Queuing for the felt-tip moustaches that they'd made for the class, they quickly found out it was quicker to actually paint on the moustache with the pens rather than using the stick-on ones that they'd made. Miss Gardner was so disappointed. She said, "You're going to have to wash your moustaches off. What will your parents say?" But secretly, she was smiling and laughing because the children looked so funny with their little moustaches on. Some of them were upside down. At lunchtime, Basil was chosen to be a spokesperson. "We like you, Dandelion," he said, "but you are sort of different from us. We know you go a little bit crazy sometimes, and we usually end up by getting into a bit of trouble with the teacher." And then, in a small voice, he said, "I think it's because you're a weed." Well, Dandelion was so upset. He said, "I'm not a weed, I'm a wildflower." But it did upset him, and he didn't want to go in the playground anymore, and he just went home. And he thought, "I can't be any different, I'm always bright yellow." He didn't go back to school on Thursday. He felt a bit upset. He thought about everything and then decided to try to be less bouncy. So he got a brush and a mirror and he combed his hair down really straight. But he didn't look like Dandelion anymore, and I don't think he liked the look either. And to keep the hair down, he had to use a ribbon and tie a bow. His grandfather came in to see him and he said, "What's up, little Dandy?" said Grandpa. "You look so serious, and why have you got a bow round in your hair around your neck?" "Well, it's because I'm trying to be a bit different," Dandelion said to his grandpa, who had lots of silver grey hair, because dandelions, when they get old, their hair doesn't stay golden, it becomes a silver grey. And he said, "Well, you know, you're Dandelion, and that's it, and people should accept you for the way you are." Grandpa Clock gave Dandelion a cuddle. "We need special people to come into our lives," he said. "So if we get surprises and everything, and we're always tidy, we give people surprises as well." And Dandelion said, "But they said I'm a weed," and he sniffled a bit. Grandpa Clock said to him, "You're not a weed, you're a wildflower, and you're a lovely wildflower, and you're usually very happy and very cheery." Without Dandelion, the apple pie order in Miss Gardner's classroom became very quiet, but the children missed his bright, bouncy yellow hair. They missed his fun and all the things he got up to, and they thought, it's not the same without Dandelion. "I've got an idea, Miss Gardner," the teacher said, because she missed Dandelion as well. She said, "Let's all write a letter to our parents and just say how much we'd like to have Dandelion to come back to school. And we'll take the letter home, and then we'll let Dandelion know what they say." On Friday, everything was different, and Miss Gardner's classroom, there was bright colours everywhere. The children were busily making things in bright green, bright pink, bright orange, and particularly golden colours. Out of the blue, Dandelion bounced into the classroom, just in time for extraordinary sandwiches. Wow! Everyone cheered when they saw him. "Hello, Dandelion," Miss Gardner said. "Today is Wildflower Day. That's your special day, because you're a wildflower." The whole class was wearing, guess what colour? bright, sunny yellow. They had yellow balloons, yellow sandwiches, yellow ribbons, and even brought some yellow toys and yellow necklaces to school. And they all gave Dandelion a great big hug. And he was happy to go back to school again, and they were so pleased to see him. And that is the end of the story. So it's good to be different, to look different, and be happy with it. And that's what Dandelion was. So when you see a dandelion, remember he's not a weed, he's a wild flower. And he's very lovable. And when he gets older, he'll have silver grey hair, just like Grandpa. And then when you pick the silver grey ones and you blow on them, all the seeds blow in the air. But not until it's silver grey hair. And that's the end of the story. So I hope you've enjoyed it. And remember, when you see a dandelion, it's not a weed, it's a wild flower.